Hello everyone, welcome to Child Tech. So in this video we're going to be looking at the final part of audiences, and we'll be looking at copyright. Yes, software copyright to be more specific. Yes, and it's actually a big issue, and we need to talk about, we need to address this issue right away, right here in this video. Okay, so software is protected by copyright laws, okay, in much the same way as music CDs, movies and articles for magazines and books are protected. The same way your musics are protected, your movies are protected. They have the copyright law. The same thing with software. Okay, that's why it's also important. Please do not use content that does not belong to you and just publish it, because there is a law. Okay, there is a law concerning that. Okay, so when software is supplied on CDs or DVDs or online, there are certain rules that must be obeyed. Okay, because it is illegal to do the following that we need to talk about. Okay, number one, it is illegal to make a software copy and then sell it or give it away to a friend or colleague. If you've bought it, please don't share it. Okay, because there is a law concerning that. Okay, use software on a network or on multiple computers unless a license has been acquired to allow this to happen. Okay, in most organizations it's always on a network, so obviously you're using the software that you have paid for. Okay, use coding from the copyright software in your own software. Okay, and then pass this on or sell it as your own without the permission of the copyright holder. So it is illegal to do it. It's illegal to make a software copy and sell it. It's illegal to use softwares on a network or multiple computers unless a license has been acquired. Okay, you're using it on this software or you're sharing it on a network, it is illegal to use. It's also illegal to use people codes. Okay, the coding from the copyright, so you're trying to duplicate it and then you pass this on as your own software, then you sell it as your own without obtaining permission from the copyright holder is wrong. It is illegal to rent out a software package without permission or to do so from the publisher. It's also illegal to use the name of the copyrighted software or other softwares without agreement to do so. Please, it is wrong. Okay, now we'll be looking at under copyright, we're also going to be looking at software piracy. Yes, software, we've talked about software copyright, people who just copy people's content without permission, and then now we're looking at the piracy. Okay, yes, software piracy is the illegal copying of software. Okay, it's a big issue because we have the copyright law. People will copy things and then sell it away, and then the piracy is the illegal copying of the software. It's a big issue among software companies. They take many steps to stop the illegal copying and to stop any illegal copies being used once they have been sold. Okay, so let's there are numbers of ways software is protected, either by making the installer to agree to certain conditions or by methods which require the original software to be present for it to work. So let's look at it. Okay, now when software is being installed, the user may be asked to key in a unique reference number or product key, which is so important. Okay, and those product key are strings of letters and numbers, okay, which was supplied with the original copy of the software. Okay, for Microsoft you have them, just that my own is I have, but the license is expired, so obviously I will need to get a copy of I need to get a key for it to actually a license. Okay, the user will be asked to click on OK or I agree, or put a cross in a box to agree to the license agreement before the software continues to install. Right, for number 3, if supplied as a hard copy, the original software packaging often comes with a sticker informing the purchaser that it is illegal to make copies of the software. The labels is often in the form of hologram, indicating that this is a genuine copy. Okay, indicating that Number four, some software will only run if the CD or DVD or memory stick is actually in the drive. Okay, this stops illegal multiple use and network use of the software. And finally, some software will only run if a dongle is plugged into one of the USB port. Now, a dongle is a small device, okay, usually plugged into one of the computer USB port, right? It is used to allow wireless communication with the devices, okay, such as keyboard. It can also be used to protect software. For example, it may contain important files. That means the software will only run if the dongle is plugged into the computer. Note that the Federation Against Software Theft, known as FAST, FAST, was set up in the UK many years ago to protect software industry against piracy. FAST, the Federation Against Software Theft, prosecute organizations and individuals who are involved in any copyright infringement. Okay, this is done by legal penalties for anyone found guilty of such infringement, right? Similar organization exists in many countries, in the US and other part of the European countries, globally, to protect the software and other intellectual properties as well from piracy. Examples include your international intellectual properties, alias, which is in the US, and the Japan Intellectual Properties Association, with the JIPA, right, in Japan, and etc., etc., etc. So please, it's important, don't copyright people's software, don't pirate their software. Please ensure that you're using a genuine software. Very, very important. And with this, we have come to the end of audiences. We started from the very beginning. We talked about, just a recap, okay, we talked about we started with the audience appreciation. We went to talking about you creating ICT solutions. Could be a project, could be a website, whatever you want to create. We talked about the examples to show how you're going to present an audience, how you're going to consider those general audience when you're creating your website. We talked about giving presentation to audiences. We gave the citations of it. We talked about the different group, talk about your target group, talk about the experience, the expectations, the knowledge. We talked about characteristics of your audience, and also how we can interview them, get to know them in depth, okay? And we talked about presentation for marketing team and for end users. We talked about the factors when writing the presentation, and of course various factors, talking about multimedias, talking about languages used, the length of presentation, etc., etc. We also talked about audience characteristics when we're developing a new ICT solution. We talked about the interests, we talked about the income, etc., etc. Okay, we talked about the needs of the audience. What kind of people that needs to visit what you have created, the new ICT solution? Are they young children? Are they adult, older children? And then we went into it's important that we need to consider their needs, and especially when you're talking about creating of a new website. We also talked about copyright in this video, and then software copyright and software piracy. Okay, so yes, we have come to the end of this topic. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, right, for more in-depth teachings, and please like this video, share it to your classmates all over the world. Bye.